let's get right into it. So today we are headed down to the Science Center. My two favorite little people asked if we can go, so of course I said yes. They are always a ton of fun, full of energy. So I'm looking forward to see if the Science Center has any new things happening. I haven't been in a while, but I hope they made some great updates, a lot of things for the kids to do. So I'm looking forward to exploring the Science Center. After that, we might grab some lunch. We'll see how time plays out for us today. We have made it downtown and it is relatively quiet down here today. So I was able to catch some street parking, which is free unless y'all see those police order signs saying don't park there. Then you probably don't want to park there. However, if that is the case, the Science Center does have an attached garage that you can park in. I'll put the prices in the description below. So we are going to head inside, grab our tickets, and start exploring. I believe that the prices are relatively reasonable. The general admission for adults is $20, $15 for kids. If you want to go to the Dome Theater, it's an extra $5 per ticket, whether it's kid or adult. The Dome Theater is this movie theater experience where they have screens all over the theater, so you can really get immersed in it. I haven't done it as an adult, but as a kid, it was such a cool experience. So now we're going to see what they have to offer here at the Science Center. The girls are just going to explore. We're going to play with some things because it is very interactive here at the Science Center. It is 3 levels, so we are just about to have some fun and see what we can get into, y'all. The NASA room is such a cool place because you really just get to experience what it was like to go through these different stages and how these people built this machine to be able to really take people outer space. And I just think it's such a cool thing to do. Now, I would never go out of space. I'm not buying me a seat on a spaceship to see anything. I'm good. I'll just see pictures and videos when they come back. But I just think it is so awesome. So the next thing we came across was this rigermag. And you can build any of these items that you see on the board. They have all of the equipment over here. Or you can build anything that comes to your imagination, which I thought was so awesome because then you can really just see the kids in their element and just creating. And so this was just a fun experiment for them to see what they can come up with. They already started grabbing their materials. Some kid had already started this and they left it. So I just think this space for me was probably the best, and we spent a lot of time here. I think we was definitely over in this area for about an hour, so the girls can just build whatever it was that they wanted to build. Then additional kids started coming, and you heard some collaboration, and you seen a lot of imitation happening. Like they were just starting to build the same exact thing as one of my favorite little people, and they had their own spin on it though, so that was still cool to see them see her idea and want to create the same thing, but because they didn't have all of the materials, they still had to create something that was not necessarily exact. So that was fun to watch the kids have that moment. So I kind of just walked around to see what other things they had to showcase and what I can learn while they were over there playing and doing everything that they wanted to do. So she ended up wanting to make a car, and so she got all her pieces together and she created this amazing car that ended up like Fred Flintstone because obviously it was not going to move on its own. So she had to use her feet to get it to take off. But it was still cool to watch her build it. This essentially was her final project or her final production. And I think it turned out pretty well for an hour's worth of work in her own imagination. This is what she came up with. So this girl can do it all. I swear she can do anything that she puts her mind to. As you can see, it's a ton more kids over here than what we started at. So it was just a cool experience to see everybody put things together. Next up was the second floor. So this area was geared towards younger kids, so they had like an inside area with like a little jungle gym and things like that. And then we seen this water space, so we decided to come outside and see what kind of activities they had. I will say that this area looks like it could use a little bit of renovation. Some of the stuff was hard to use or it either didn't work well. So it was just nice to get outside for a quick second, taking the nice sun here in Cleveland and watch these kids play in this water and think they weren't going to get wet. So it was cool. Now we have come into the music part of the Science Center where it was loud, but still fun. So this is the HARP. This is the PVC pipes where they got to bang on stuff and make a ton of noise. They also have some drums in the area. Like, this was a place that they probably would have spent a lot more time, but we had to finish making it through the Science Center. And then I just really loved how many different interactive things that they have for the kids to do. It wasn't just like all of this reading or trying to explain things to them. It was just time for them to have fun, put their hands on stuff and get into it. So with the wind turbine, you actually had to build your turbine first and then put it onto the display and push the button for the wind to come out and see if it was actually going to spin. So like I said, they just had so many hands-on activities, from making your own paper planes, seeing if it was actually going to go anywhere. Like, it was just a lot of fun all over. And then the final thing that we did before we hit the ground floor was we found this electric ball thing. And once they realized that they could shock each other, it just became a game. And I don't mind shocking them. I just don't want to get shocked myself. So when she realized that she can shock me, it was a wrap. We just pretty much stood there for a quick second and started shocking each other. Now this is the ground floor, and this was a new experience. It's called the Tape Escape, and it is a play on the space station. And I was like, this is really cool. Like, the whole space was made out of tape, you all. And I was like, really? So the lady is kind of explaining to the girls what it is and why they created it. And then you do have to take off your shoes to go up onto the top floor of the space station, or actually to like go up in the space station, because they want to try to keep it as clean as possible. Something else that I love that they had was a ramp. So if you needed to use the ramp, that was an option, and it was just fun for the kids to play in it. I even went up to experience the slide and just to really check it out, because I was still in shock that this was made out of tape. Obviously you can still see the poles that are reinforcing it, that way no one is just falling out of the tape escape, because that will be terrible. So it was just fun overall. The slide was cool. I love the LED lights. It was just a great day. After we left the Science Center, we headed outside to see if there was anything else that the girls wanted to do in the area, because I knew it was like a little park where we can just kind of relax and watch the planes take off and land. They also have some volleyball over there, and then there is a restaurant called Nuevo, which they also have like bocce ball or something. So we could have played that, and then the girls sing some paddle boats. So we went to go check out the prices, and it was like $25-$30 or something for an hour to kind of stay in this little pond of water right here. And I'm like, I'm not about to pay for that, because we're gonna go in circles in 5.2 seconds and then it's gonna be over. So we end up not doing the paddle boats, and then we went into Nuevo to check out the menu, because they did have outside seating, so I thought it'd be cool for just to enjoy that moment. However, they did not have good food options for the girls, so we decided to leave there and head over to West 6 and go to Agave Ry, because y'all, they food be smacking. You hear me? And let me tell y'all, this food never misses a beat. It is so amazing. I love the atmosphere. I love the decor in here. Customer service is always amazing, so you can't beat it. And the prices is even good. Like, it's good food all over. So we had a table full of food. You would have thought it was a couple more people at this table, but I let them order whatever they wanted so they can eat there and also take some food home for dinner. So we had a great day. As always, gorgeous people, go out there, create memories that will last a lifetime.